back to another video. It is your boy Void Kage, and I am back. I know you guys have been missing my videos, but I've been busy. Mostly procrastinating, dealing with some family stuff, and just clearing my mind. But I am back with another video for you all. And yeah, I have some things to discuss at the end of this one, so let's just get into it. Now, last time we left off, we were at the USJ with Class 1A. They had just arrived out of the bus, and Mr. Aizawa would begin explaining. Okay, everyone, this is where we'll be doing combat training along with rescue training. You'll have to know what's going on when you're not able to use your quirks, or when you're being forced to rescue someone. So we have this to combat that with. The USJ. Universal Studios Japan. Nice, as Izuku would say. As they would hear a voice shout out, "No! That's just the name I gave it. It is the Unforeseen Simulation Joint, aka the USJ. Space Hero 13 and I will be teaching you all today." As Uraka would begin to fangirl, but Izuku would be just watching. He would want to fan out, but him keeping his instinct under control. As they would enter the USJ, Aizawa and 13 will be talking while the students would be looking around. But something would catch Izuku's eye. Izuku would see in the center plaza a portal opening up. "Hey, teach, is that supposed to be happening?" As Aizawa would say no. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of villains would be coming out of the portal, and then they would see a hulking black bird. That's a big one, as Izuku would say. Then a man with blue hair with a bunch of hands on his face would walk out.
"Where's All Might? They say he would be here, but Kurogiri, where is he?"
"Apologies, Tomura. It has been brought to my attention that All Might isn't here. The files that we had received says he would be here, but I guess he isn't."
"Well, do you suppose if we kill a couple of these brats, he might show up?"
"I don't know, but it might be a possibility." As soon as Aizawa would begin to process the information, he would be telling the class that they need to go while he would be putting on his goggles. But everyone would say they can't see Izuku. All of a sudden, Izuku would be leaning against the Nomu. "Hey, so what's this big guy?" As Kuragi and Shigaraki would be surprised. They would wonder, how did he get there? As Shigaraki, with his man-child tendencies, would say,
"This is our anti-symbol of peace. He's going to kill All Might for us. But first, he'll kill you. Nomu, kill the brat."
As everyone would lock onto Izuku, they would see the hulking beast shove a fist directly into Midoriya, sending him flying into a wall. They would assume that Izuku is dead, but Izuku would be thinking in his mind, "Wow, if that was any other person, they would have been dead. Well, it's good it was me." As Izuku would be moving underneath the rubble that has piled on top of him. Izuku turning himself into slush, getting himself from under it. But then he would notice that in the short time that he got trapped, Aizawa would be fighting a whole bunch of villains, with the 3 villains that he had a conversation with being where he left them. He would then see the warping villain go away, and he would assume that it would be to stop the class from escaping. And Izuku would say one thing:
"Zawaldo!"
Now, if you're wondering, I'm basically just giving Izuku control over anything and everything. Anything based off of cartoon or anime, he can basically do it. But anime stuff takes him a little time to get used to. This was the first thing that came to mind, so he just did it off impulse. Izuku would rush towards his class, getting in front of Kurogiri right as he was opening the portal, and when Bakugo and Kirishima would charge at Kurogiri. Izuku would push Bakugo and Kirishima back from Kurogiri, and then he would start doing the unexpected. He would resume time, and then they would see Izuku just breathing in. As Izuku would start breathing in Korogiri, Korogiri would be sucked into Izuku, and Izuku would have his cheeks puffed up. It would be the size of a... Both of his cheeks would be the size of a beach ball. Izuku would then motion to Momo and use hand signs to show her to make a bottle. She would make an empty water bottle, and Izuku would start spitting Korogiri out into it. Tweet, tweet. Ugh. Tastes like charcoal. As he would close up the bottle, he would then put the bottle in his pocket, saying, "Okay, everyone, it's time to get out of here." As he would send Ida to get help for everyone else, with him sending everyone back inside. Him saying, "Well, time to go help Mr. Aizawa," with him walking off, but 13 will then grab his collar, with Izuku still walking in place, but he hasn't noticed yet. He would say, "Wow, it's taking me a very long time to get there. Wait, I'm not moving." As he would see himself walking in air, he would turn around to see 13. "Mr. Midoriya, it will be in your best interest to leave. Aizawa can handle himself. Are you sure?" Then they would notice that Aizawa would be being attacked by Shigaraki, who has already decayed his arm and trying to get a hold of Aizawa. Shigaraki getting impatient because of Korogiri not coming back and seeing that the kids have escaped, he would take it upon himself to attack Aizawa. With Aizawa already taking down all of the other villains. Shigaraki would be grappling after Aizawa, trying to at least graze him again, but Aizawa, after experiencing Shigaraki's quirk, would not allow that. Shigaraki would be going after Aizawa, saying,
"I'm killing you right here, right now."
As Aizawa would then spin around, giving Shigaraki a punch to his face, but the hand on his face would cushion the punch. Izuku would then slip out of 13's hands, rushing directly at Aizawa, then him screaming out, "Hey, hand job!" as Shigaraki would turn, with Izuku landing a flying kick in his face, sending him flying back, with the Nomu catching him. Shigaraki's nose would be broken and the hand would be off of his face. And Izuku would say, "Damn, may I interest you in some Jergens lotion or some moisturizer, cause your face is fucked up." As Shigaraki would get extremely angry at this, him saying,
"Nomu, kill him."
As the Nomu would rush Izuku, but Izuku would hold out a hand. By cartoon logic, the Nomu would then stop. "Okay, I want to do one thing," as Izuku would just put his hand above the Nomu's head, squishing the Nomu down, with the Nomu not saying anything. Everyone would be confused at this, with Izuku then putting the Nomu in his mouth, and him chewing up the Nomu, as he would blow up a bubble. The Nomu would then pop and leaving a bunch of gum all over the place. Well, tasted gross, but got the job done. As the Nomu would be reforming, Izuku would then scrape the Nomu up with a shovel and putting the Nomu in a jar, holding the Nomu there and putting the Nomu in his pocket along with Korogiri. "Well, Mr. Handjob, seems like you're all alone." Then a bunch of black goo would then coming from Shigaraki's mouth, with Shigaraki looking at Izuku and gurgling out,
"I'll get you next time, you brat,"
as he would be teleported away. The contents in the bottles that Izuku would have in his pockets would then be teleported away, minus the Nomu. The Nomu would still be in his paste-like state, with Izuku helping up Aizawa. The Pro Heroes would then arrive, taking the rest of the villains, along with the police officers taking them into custody. Everyone would still end up having the week off from school, and then they would get back to regular school things. On the first day back, Izuku would be walking in, then when he entered the class, everyone would be staring at him. Is there something on my face?" As everyone would look at Izuku. How did I what? How did you do all that? What do you mean? You just rushed in without any plan or anything, and you managed to get everything done. while we were just running away trying to get to safety. As Bakugo would walk up in front of Izuku. I didn't ask for your help, Deku. As Deku would say, hey, don't worry about it, bro. And Deku would be playing with Bakugo's face, with Bakugo letting off an explosion in his. As Izuku would cough out smoke. Yeah, love you too. As Bakugo would walk off. Everyone would carry on with a normal school day, with them having homeroom after lunch. I wonder who's in homeroom today. Mr. Aizawa didn't arrive this morning. We just had language with Professor Mike. Yeah, who do you think our sub will be? As then they would see someone bandaged up coming into the room. Aizawa wouldn't be as bandaged as in canon, but he would have a couple scrapes on his head, so he would just have one layer of bandages over his forehead and his arm in a cast, the one that got disintegrated. Hello everyone. Mr. Aizawa, where were you this morning? As Aizawa would explain that he was in a press conference with the principal and the press, them discussing what happened at the USJ. Aizawa would then say, enough. We have a lot of things to discuss, but the most important thing is, with everyone getting nervous, is it another villain attack? Please no, I don't want to deal with that. As everyone would then hear Mr. Aizawa say, the sports festival is coming up. Everyone would then shout and say, oh, and then get an brain fart. They would then get excited for the sports festival because this would be a chance for them to show off what they can do. Jiro would ask, is that really safe, especially since we just had a villain attack? It is very safe because this year's sports festival would be heavily secured more than past years. And it will show that we at UA are a lot stronger than ever before, showing that we don't let a little villain attack get our spirits down. Everyone would understand this statement and they would be pretty happy that they get to show off what they can do. Izuku would be indifferent about this, but he would be boiling up inside. I can finally let loose. But I got to find some new material. Doing what I normally do is getting pretty fun and all, but it gets boring as well. Everyone would then discuss what they had to discuss with Mr. Aizawa, with everyone preparing to leave the room. With them finding an ocean of students in front of their door. Hey, what are you guys doing here? Don't you see we're trying to leave? As everyone would be confused about what's happening. With Bakugo walking up, they're scoping out the competition. It's obvious that they're trying to square up the competition of the students who survived the villain attack. Now move out of my way, you damn extras. At least now you know what a future pro looks like. As Izuku would come up behind Bakugo, slithering around his body. And what does a future pro look like, my Pomeranian friend? Get off of me, Deku! As Deku would say, okay, fine. As then Bakugo would walk away from Shinso as soon as Shinso popped up, trying to intimidate Bakugo. But Bakugo wouldn't say a word and just shoulder check him and walk away. Izuku following behind. Everything that happened in canon about the discussion with the other classes with Class 1A would happen, just minus Izuku and Bakugo. Izuku following Bakugo home. So, you want to hit up the arcade today? No. I'm going home to train. Why? Isn't it obvious? You got to help in that attack and I did nothing. All I did was run away. Come on. You did something. You tried jumping in, but I had to stop you. So that was you then. Yeah, I may or may not have frozen time and pushed you out of the way. Damn it, Deku. Thanks, though. You managed to get us out there, and I really respect you for that, but that doesn't mean that I approve of you getting in my way. Yeah, fine. I guess we'll see who'll be on top at the sports festival. As Bakugo then grinned. The rest of the week would go on with Class 1A training for the sports festival and getting pretty strong. Then we get to the day of the sports festival, and that is where I'll be leaving off this video. Sorry for the cliffhanger. I know you guys have been waiting on this latest part. I hope I did it justice, like all the other ones. And yeah, I'll be trying to get the link to the Discord in the description. Maybe, maybe not. And I have a plan concerning other videos. I will be releasing videos at a more steady pace. The plan that I have is I would record videos on a daily basis, then private them, not making you guys able to see them. Then whenever you guys want a video, I just release a video once a week. Because I'll be busy. I'm trying to get a job. If you're asking about the job that I had, I didn't have it permanently. It was only like to get steadied, I guess. The person didn't really want a long-term employee, so I have to find another job. So yeah. But don't worry about me. I'll figure things out. I might be getting a small dose of cash from YouTube, but the thing is, I don't have any way to collect the money that I receive, so it's just there, staring at me every day. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of the video. I'll be trying to record 2 more videos after this one, so don't hold me to it. I promised you videos today, so we will be releasing another one after this, but the other one that I will be recording is, I'll just private it until I'm ready to release it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Have a good day. Yeah, this has been your boy Void. Bye.